Evening guys, just doing a quick recording, firstly to test the software that I'm going to be using when doing the research for you guys, and also just to help out a few of the guys who have asked a few questions today. So to start off with, Paul mate, we've got this the Bittrex new ads, so things that have been recently added to the exchange. I know I answered it in the comments, but I thought I'd just add a little video just so everyone else who uses this exchange can see what I was on about. So if you can see my cursor, we're looking over here in the far right hand column that says added. If we double click, that shows us the last coin that was added onto the exchange. So we've got Block Mason, something which I've never heard of, but I have been out of the game for a couple of weeks, so I do need to do a bit more research into these things. Now, that was actually added today, and we can already see that it's gone down 100%. So with the likes of Power Ledger and Enigma, I saw both of these as soon as they hit the exchanges back in November. Stuck just a couple of £100 on them. I mentioned it to the rest of the guys, and obviously December came, January, and a lot of guys were in profit because of that. That could be the same with this new one here that was added today, but I need to do a bit more research and find out what's going on with that exactly. So I hope that helps you out there, Paul, and everyone else. Just a little tip: once you go on the exchange, do that, and then you'll see exactly what's new and what's coming along on there. Next along, we've got Scott. So Scott was asking around Icon coin, so ICX, and Substratum. So I've just got a little bit of information here really. It was only a quick research, but if there's any questions afterwards, just give us a shout. So with Icon, they got a total supply on the market cap on the circulating supply, of 400 million. So with the likes of Ethereum, which this coin kind of competes with almost, or works with, Ethereum are about 100 million. And we all know Ethereum is up to about $800 at the moment. So this is about 4 times the amount on circulating supply and total supply, but a hell of a lot cheaper as it stands. So that may be a good one to suddenly get into. So what is Icon then? So quick one onto an article here. It's an interconnecting blockchain network. It connects independent blockchains without the use of additional third-party intermediaries. So in picture form, because that's how I prefer to learn and show things, this image right here. So imagine if you were building a house, you wanted to deal with the brickies, the electricians, the plumbers. You probably then got the architect and all these people that are involved in a project. And there's poor you over here that's having to manage all these people with payments and all that sort of thing. Now, if that was all run on a blockchain with Icon in front, that would be one smart contract in the middle with all of those individual labourers, skills, trades, etc. Around the outside, working for a smart contract and getting that all organised and making it nice and easy for you to manage. Now, we can all see the benefit that that could have. Let's just hope that things around Korea and cryptocurrencies go in the right direction, and this could potentially be a good buy. So its current price at 376 is a pretty good one if you wanted to just get a few of them added into your portfolio. So whilst we're on CoinMarketCap, if we actually look at the markets, because I'm sure you'll all ask what exchanges we can get this on. So currently, Binance, Huobi, Arfinex, BTC. So a few of the good ones with a lot of the volume going through Binance right there. And then on to Substratum. So basically, Substratum is trying to create a censorship-resistant, decentralized web. So they'll be using computing power by all members that have built up a Substratum node, and allowing people to host stuff, whatever it may be, on the web with no restrictions. So obviously that could go some way down the sort of Tor route, which can potentially be used for illicit activities, illegal things, stuff that we don't really want to tarnish the blockchain brand with, but hopefully they can get that under control. I haven't seen anything around what they're aiming to do for that, but fingers crossed they get that under control and keep it all good. Fingers crossed. Another quick thing around Substratum as well, for maybe a bit of income, passive income, which we all like whilst we're laying on the beach doing a bit of trading, having a bit more money coming into the bank would be nice. You could potentially set up a Substratum node, which actually then, as we can see here, forwards content from hosts to web users, and everyone who runs a node gets paid in Substratum. So as long as the price keeps going up and people are using that, everyone's a winner. Substratum is currently at 50 cents. It has dropped quite considerably, and similar to Icon, its total supply is 350 million, which again we look at Ethereum and those sort of coins, and theirs is quite a lot less, around sort of 90 to 100 million mark, but that's no comparison for the pricing really. So if we look at the actual trends since obviously the amazing time of December and January, Substratum is heading back down to the roots where it was beforehand, so around November, December time when volume started increasing. So maybe in a week it may be back down to, we'll start seeing it go down to about 40 cents potentially, unless we start seeing a bit more volume coming into the crypto space, which fingers crossed we do. So Scott, I hope that helps you out on that one, mate, and you can potentially decide on getting those two added into your portfolio. I personally would, and I will do when payday comes around next week. So next one was Natasha. Sent me a private message just looking for recommendations or on coins to trade at the moment. Obviously things are hitting or bottoming out really, but that doesn't stop us being able to make any trades. It was probably a pretty good time. We've seen a bit of a drop again today, which again could be a great time to buy. Now, normal process that I would go through for trying to work out what coins are potentially going to be profitable in the next couple of days, I would start off by looking at the percentage change on Bittrex. Apologies if you don't use Bittrex, but hopefully the process is quite similar on the exchanges that you guys use. I'd look on here. I'd look at some of these coins that are up here, and there's a few that are sort of screaming out as ones that I've seen in the past that have had pump and dumps, like hemp coin and cannabis coin. We've all seen them go up and down quite dramatically, but then the technology behind them isn't really what we want to be looking at. They are just meme coins effectively. So things that I would look at on this page, so this is all the ones that have dropped the most on the exchange. So you've got things like Civic and OK Cash, potentially worth putting some, or if we look into a bit deeper, sorry, my internet's not the quickest, I'm based in the middle of nowhere. So hopefully what we'll be seeing is it's at the bottom of a bit of a peak, or it's at the bottom of a dip, sorry. So again, if in doubt, zoom out. That's the key part here. So what we're seeing is Civic is pretty much at the lowest point it's been for a while. Let's go out a bit more. Why not? So if we come along, so this is in Bitcoin value as well, so Satoshis. So that could be because the Bitcoin price has gone up, so obviously the Satoshi value would have gone down. So let's keep looking. So back around Christmas time was the last time Civic was at this sort of level, as it now zooms back out. So again, let's zoom in a bit, look on the daily point. So this is on the 30-minute there as well, guys, just so you can see. So we can see over today it's kind of been up and down with between 360 or 3600 and currently at 3450 with no major spike up, so I'd probably ignore that one for now.